he didn't want to resort to that plan of using her as like cattle to make babies.
Because
I
think he
wanted
has
to protect
feelings
her.
for Historia.
Well, okay, so before we get to that.
Who's that farmer that got to pound her
They
too?
haven't even.
I know, he went to Pound Town,
They haven't
man.
even showed us in the manga. Who
And
it
she
is.
approached him, so he must have some
Yeah,
good looks about him.
There's theories out there about that too, but they haven't showed who the farmer is either in the manga, so everybody's still wondering who it really is.
Hello, anime fans, and welcome to That Anime Podcast for casual anime fanatics, where we talk all things anime in a fun and uncensored fashion for your listening pleasure. I'm your host, Jordo. Here with me, as always, my co-host and baby brother, Brennan. We also have our oldest brother, Colton, joining us in the studio as well. Brennan, what is new?
The snow's gone finally, so you can actually leave your house without risking your life. Worked from home for really about 2 weeks, so you already know I got to watch a lot of anime in that time frame. We can see what Colton's been up to, and then I'll talk about what I've been watching.
I'm doing good. Just got off shift this morning. I'm a firefighter, so busy day because a lot of water pipes breaking and stuff, but happy to be here.
Yeah, we're in Oklahoma, so we got hit semi-hard. Hardest in a while for sure.
I'm pretty sure everywhere in the U.S., I was getting hit pretty
down
hard.
here, I know Texas too.
Texas.
Yeah. All of the states that aren't used to it
Yep.
have been getting hammered. This is an interesting podcast today because this is actually our second take of trying to record this episode. So a couple days ago, we sat down and we recorded a 2-hour episode, or just shy of 2 hours.
Long shit.
Yeah.
And it was long because we were doing every single episode of the final season of Attack on Titan. And we were diving deep into every episode. And we didn't even finish, and we were at 2 hours. And yours truly, myself, accidentally deleted the episode 2 hours in. So we're scratching that whole plan. We're going to just talk about today. We're going to talk about Attack on Titan, the final season, a very high bird's eye view of it. And we're also going to talk about some Jujutsu Kaisen.
Crunchyroll Awards.
Yep, the Crunchyroll Awards are definitely going to be talked about. But first, let's talk about my anime update. Number 1, we got an official Season 2 trailer for Demon Slayer 2. It's dropped. It's out there.
Still waiting on the movie, though.
I didn't see the trailer.
It's not worth watching, but it's out.
I did watch some gameplay footage for the video game coming out. Confirmed that it is
It's just
Star
like
Trek
Naruto
Ninja Storm 4.
A lot of people were
5.
asking
It's
for it
Ninja
like
Storm
that.
5.
Did you play that game where
It looks good.
you can battle with all the anime characters like Saitama?
Jump Force.
Is that good?
I never played it. It's freaking, for some reason, it won't go under $40.
Yeah, I've
Even though
heard
it's probably
mixed
not the
reviews
greatest
of it
fighter.
anyway.
But the Demon Slayer one looks good. I mean, I like Storm 4. I mean, they basically move like that. They just have their... I think the fight that I watched was developers. It was Tanjiro versus Zenitsu. You used 2 people at a time, though.
Okay.
But it looks all right.
Well, good. Breath of the Wild 2 for all of you Nintendo Switch fans out there. Breath of the Wild 2 content to release this year, as well as Legend of the Zelda Skyward Sword getting released for the Nintendo Switch. So
Remastered?
yeah, I'm guessing it's remastered
Yeah, it's a
HD.
remaster. HD.
So give me all that Zelda stuff. I'll play it. Colton sent me a link yesterday. Thank you for doing that. And it's good that we erased our first episode of trying to do this because Crunchyroll has awards. Apparently this was the 5th annual time that they've done these awards. And we're going to talk about the awards that they gave out. So, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we dive into these nominations and awards that were handed out by Crunchyroll?
Basically, just that Haikyuu is probably, I've decided, probably my favorite anime of all time.
Why?
Just being trapped in the snow, working from home, I kind of wanted something to throw on in the background, so I threw on the dub, and I ended up watching through season 1, 2, Then I watched the Battle of Concepts because I haven't seen that, even though I know it's the abridged version of season 3. I prefer the season or like the episodic format better. And now I'm just watching season 4 again, so I'm already back up to their game against Inarizaki. And I mean, shit's just as good the second time around. So I've just been thinking like, it's the best to me.
Well, our boy Hinata won some awards, but we'll get to that.
It's definitely my favorite sports anime.
It is.
That's what
I've
I'm
only
saying.
watched
It's my
2.
favorite, not just sport, just of all animes over like Naruto, Full Metal,
Dang.
any
Have
other
you
ones
guys
I
even
like.
watched Full Metal?
Yeah, I've watched both.
No, I have
Brotherhood?
not.
You need to
Full
watch
Metal.
Brotherhood.
I know. It's on my list. I got a lot of stuff I'm watching right now, though. Between Bleach, I'm trying to get through Bleach before the new stuff comes
You
out.
can knock out Brotherhood pretty quick.
Yeah, it's not too long.
Okay,
Also,
well. Yeah, what?
we talked about Spirited Away last week being the best animated movie
Oh,
ever.
yeah, you got to talk about that stuff you found online about it.
Not that, but I watched the actual greatest anime movie of all time. It's the highest grossing. And to me, it's my favorite anime movie. It's Your Name. You ever heard of it, Jordan?
Is it a
Colton?
Ghibli?
I've watched
It's
it.
not a Ghibli movie.
I've never
It's
heard
called
of it.
Your Name. I think it came out in 2016.
They
It's
switch
freaking
bodies.
good. Yeah, quick synopsis, no spoilers, because I think you guys should watch it with your wives. I think they would actually like it. 2 high schoolers, they have dreams that they're living another person's life. Turns out they're actually switching lives. That's really all I'll give you without giving any spoilers.
You need to watch A Silent Voice too. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I've
Or at
seen
least
the
it
previews
was.
for that.
Well, the dude who wrote this, his name's Makoto Shinkai, and they're dowing him as the next Miyazaki, which he doesn't like.
And apparently they're gonna make a U.S. version of it.
Of what?
Well, not the
Your Name?
Your Name.
That's what I watched. I watched the dub. I bought it on the PSN store. It was like $4.99.
I mean, like a real life.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
saw
live
that.
action?
Someone
Yeah,
bought the
live
rights to
action.
it.
Yeah.
But this guy Makoto Shinkai, he's actually did some other movies that I like. I'd watched on HBO recently. They have an anime movie on there called Weathering with You. Me and Darby watched it. Really freaking good. Same guy did it. It's newer. And then he also did another one I liked from the past, 5 centimeters per second. Have
I've
you seen
watched
that one?
yeah.
He also did that one. So just without even knowing it, I've already liked this guy's movies. But highly recommend Your Name. Anybody who's seen it.
Is it on
probably
Crunchyroll?
too. I don't
Your
think
Name
so.
isn't,
Netflix?
You can find it.
You might have to buy it, but I'd buy it.
I watched it on
Like
Facebook.
I'm telling you, it's good.
Well,
You can find it for free. Just
oh
saying
yeah,
that.
but I want you to talk about the stuff that you dug up on on Spirited Away after we recorded.
And I don't
and-
know how true it is, but I've
People-
heard some stuff that it like represents like a bathhouse because in like Japan, I guess those were like whorehouses in a lot of ways too. And I guess Chihiro represents like
Because I remember reading something about this too, but
Yeah.
overlooking it like, this is just fan theories.
Yeah, and like Chihiro represents like young girls who get taken in. You know, they have nowhere else to go. You know, that's why they work in a bathhouse. You know, and then you know Yubaba is obviously the head of the house. You know, takes away who they are. You know, to become them a worker. And then No Face would represent just like a customer. You know, he wants Chihiro, so he's like chasing her, offering her gold. And then like when she doesn't accept that, he doesn't accept it because he wants her, and that's why he gets
He keeps
aggressive.
following her around.
Yeah.
See, I thought
And
that's
it's deeper than that, but like that's just like the overview, and it's kind of crazy because I know, you know, there's a lot of things I know, nature and pollution, but
it'd be
he's always
interesting to
trying to get something
rewatch
across.
with that through
Yeah.
that lens, which I would do. I would totally rewatch it, but I thought that was interesting because I remember reading something similar about that, but I don't think that Hayao Miyazaki actually ever came out and said that that's what it was.
I don't think I don't know if he ever does that with any movie. I think he always wants to leave the interpretation up to the viewer.
All right, well, let's get into these Crunchyroll awards. So these anime awards by Crunchyroll are given out for the year of 2020, right, Colton?
Yes.
So let's start at the okay, I'll start at the top here. So the anime of the year, according to Crunchyroll, and I don't know how they come up with this. I'm sure it has to do with like
People
ratings,
vote. The
voting.
people
It's
who have
voting,
Crunchyroll
yeah.
accounts vote.
I didn't get my freaking Crunchyroll. Did you
You-
get a vote?
I mean,
didn't
you
get
can.
to
I
vote.
think you have to log into the website or something.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you can
okay.
vote. Yeah.
You got to go.
I don't know if you have to have
There's
an
a link
account
on their
even. You
Facebook
can
page
just
to
probably
it.
go in there and.
All right, Brennan, who do you think won anime of the year?
Did Demon Slayer come out in 2020? Oh,
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
I already heard that
Yeah,
actually.
anime of the year,
It just seems so
Jujutsu
new. It
Kaisen.
almost feels like a 2021.
It does
anime.
feel new, but
It came out just
I
before.
also
the
wonder
new
how
year.
influenced these are by the mangas, because the manga sales of
No,
Jujutsu
they're just
Kaisen.
influenced about what's hype right then. Like, and that's why Jujutsu Kaisen's like the hype one right now. So
Yeah.
people are voting for it,
Yeah.
even though early in 2020 those ones just got forgotten.
Yeah.
And that's what happens a lot of times. The favorite hottest anime of the time will win. I know, like Yuri on Ice, whatever year that came out, it won like best opening, best ending, best anime, just because it was like at the time of the
It was
awards
hot
the
at the
favorite.
time.
So it won like all the categories.
Yeah.
So that is kind of a flaw in their voting system.
So yeah, anime of the year, Jujutsu Kaisen. Best animation, Keep Your Hands Off Aizukin.
It's on Crunchyroll, but I have not watched it.
I have not watched
Never
it either.
even heard of it.
It's apparently got great animation.
Yeah.
It's not an action anime. is
You'll
it?
know this one though,
I
Brennan.
think it's a slice of life.
Yeah, it's easier to animate those beautifully because there's not as like aggressive movements and
Yeah.
stuff. You can do
Yeah.
nice backgrounds. They move more subtly.
So best fantasy, ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, season 2.
Me and Darby are watching that. I've seen the regular, but now we're watching the director's cut.
It's pretty dark. You would like it.
Yeah,
It's
I
got the
haven't-
best fantasy.
I don't
so.
know if I recommend the director's cut. You're talking about
I like the
45 to
hour-long
50 minute
episodes.
episodes. I'm already in it, so I'm gonna do it, but we can only watch like one a night.
Yeah, 22 minutes just ain't enough for me.
And I'll say this, like I haven't
Because
gotten,
5 minutes of that is opening and
friggin'
end
ending,
sequence.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten
Which is
anything
fine,
new
but-
from the director's cut. Like nothing's came up there. I was like, I
It's
don't
just
remember
more
now.
in depth.
You
but it
never
is
do. Even on
basically the
DVD.
same
You remember
story.
back when you would watch DVDs and you could watch the uncut version? It'd be like 2 minutes of extra banter between the comedians.
I mean,
Like,
this
you
is
never get
literally
anything extra.
double the episode length though. So I just thought I would be like, oh dang, they're adding a bunch of stuff. But I did watch ReZero the first time, like as it was airing or when it first came out, when it was hype. So it has been a while. So maybe that's why things aren't, striking me as different.
Best drama, Fruits Basket, season 2.
Also on Crunchyroll, but have not watched it.
Darby watched Fruit Baskets. I didn't.
What is it about?
I think it's a slice of life. You like.
Yeah,
They're
I
like
think a little bit of
are
love
they
story
gods?
too.
They
I've
like
never
live
even watched
together
it,
or
so-
something. I don't know.
Okay, well, best comedy, Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
That's actually the first season's on Crunchyroll. The second season they haven't bought the rights to it, but the first season was funny. I have watched it.
Okay. Best girl, Kaguya Shinamaya from Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
You'll love this one, Brennan. Best boy of 2020,
My boy.
Shoyo Hinata, Haikyuu to the top.
He deserves it.
Yeah, they did like a little after they announced the winner of each anime on that video Colton sent me. They do like a little roll of all of their best moments and character development. It was pretty cool to watch.
He's got to be pretty hyped for like the mangaka too. Like that's his character he created. He won best boy.
Yep.
Best protagonist, Katarina Clayes from My Next Life as a Villainess. All routes lead to doom.
That's on Crunchyroll as well, but I have not watched it.
Well, all these are going to be
Yeah,
on
they
Crunchyroll.
are.
Yeah, I
They
guess
gotta be
that's
on
true.
Crunchyroll.
But I don't like how they put Kageyama Love is War, but they haven't even put out season 2 for it.
It's making me feel like I'm not watching anything. Like
I know, yeah. I'm
no
hearing
mess
them
in the
announce all this.
anime.
So I'm like, dang, my taste. I guess I have shit taste. I'm not watching all these award-winning
Yeah.
anime.
Well,
Best.
the more you watch, the more you develop. Like I used to just only watch action, but lately I've been watching
It's
a
hard for
lot
me to
of
watch
the
more than one
romance
or two
and
at a
slice
time.
of life ones is too. So
Yeah. I can stomach about 4 animes at a time and stay up to them. That's why I'm excited for Attack on Titan to end so I can free up another spot.
And it's only once a week, but you got a lot invested.
But still,
in it,
yeah,
so
you've got to really pay attention when you watch each episode. Best antagonist, we do know this guy. Ryomen Sukuna from Jujutsu
They
Kaisen.
voted him an antagonist.
Best
Well, I mean, I
antagonist.
know
He is. I mean, it's like.
but he hasn't even done anything yet.
But do you
really.
guys? I was thinking about this. Do you think he's gonna end up like a Kurama kind of character where he becomes friendly with Sukuna or with
I would say he
Itadori,
already is friendly. They have a
but like
mutually
respects
beneficial
him
pact.
and
I don't know if he'll
And he
ever
lets him
respect
borrow
him, but he'll allow
power.
him. It's hard to say right now. I mean, it's looking like a Naruto story, but
I mean,
I think
I'm
I
here
think
for
he
it.
should just be the bad guy, but I don't know. I can't see them.
He ain't gonna be the. There ain't no way he'll be the bad guy.
He
he
should
may.
make for a
There
good
may
story.
be a way where he. I don't know how I haven't read much of the
I have no
manga.
attachment to. He hasn't done anything to like make the fans like him, but he hasn't really done anything to like make us hate him either.
I mean, I like him after that episode where he kills that whenever Itadori and his friend, the Sasuke character, get trapped in
Yuichiro,
that. Yeah,
Megami.
Megami.
and he kills that curse.
Yeah.
that-
But he just did that for himself.
I know,
He
but
also
still, it made
killed
me like him.
Itadori.
Like, good, he saved them all, even though he ripped out Itadori's heart. But
I mean, he's cool, but I don't think he's the best antagonist. He hasn't done anything.
yeah, it's
He hasn't-
like you
he hasn't
said.
really
I think it's
antagonized.
because of how hot the show is right now.
Yeah, it definitely is.
This one intrigued me. Best fight scene: Deku, or as Colton says, Deku versus Overhaul.
Yeah, I agree with that. That shit was fucking lit.
It
Like,
was.
for sure.
See, at first I was like, what? And then I went back and rewatched the fight, and I was like, okay, yeah, the animation was pretty
That's on
pretty
point.
lit.
I mean, just the emotional buildup, like, you know.
Yeah, the line where he says, if I can't save one girl in front of me right now, how
The
can
Naruto
I
line.
save
Like, how can I
everyone?
become Hokage if I can't even save one friend?
Yeah, but he
Isn't that
says, how
right,
can I
Sasuke?
save everyone if I can't even save one girl in front of me right now? So that was pretty cool.
And just the emotional buildup, because Lemillion lost his power. Sir Night-Eye died right before he fought him, right? Or was he
I think
dying?
it was after the
Yeah,
fact.
he died after in the hospital, but, people were dying.
Yeah,
And we had a bunch of big fights up there where people were passing out, Red Riot.
yeah, I
So,
saved the
there's
girl.
a lot of build up to that fight, and Deku has been working his way to get to Overhaul the whole time. So I think it was a big payoff too.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was deserved. Best score. So for all of you people that don't understand, that means like
Music.
music. Kevin Penklin, Tower of God.
I've watched the anime, but to be honest, I never.
It ranks pretty high on Crunchyroll, Tower of God. I
Yeah,
always see it come up on my
It's a Crunchyroll
suggest.
original. It's a good one. It's kind of dark too, actually.
Well, I'll have to put that on my watch list. Best director, Masaki Yuosa. Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin. Best character design, Mayuka Ito. Sorry, keep burping. Toilet Bound Hanaka-kun. That's the best character.
You have to take
Never
shits
seen
a
it.
lot.
I've never heard of that show, but
Toilet bound.
they got a good character design, I guess. Best couple, Colton, you may know this one because you watch the love stories. Nasa Yuzaki and Tsukasa Yuzaki.
Are they brother and sister?
Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Are they brother and sister?
No,
Married.
they get married, but they're like 16 years old.
because they had the same last name. I was
Yeah.
like-
Over
It's
the
like
Moon
a
for
slice
You.
of life romance. It's nothing action at all. It's just
yeah.
I don't know what this means. Voice actor performance for Japan was Yusuke Kobayashi as Natsuki Subaru from ReZero.
Subaru.
So the Japanese
Subaru.
season 2. Best English voice actor, Zeno Robinson as Hawks, My Hero Academia.
He was barely in it, but he gets best.
I couldn't
voice
believe that
actor.
he won that.
Yeah,
Which
But
one's-
I didn't watch the.
he's
I
the
didn't
guy
watch
with the
dub.
wings, Hawks.
Oh, the one who helps Endeavor.
He's like a number 3 hero.
He
or
wants to be
number-
the number 2 because he doesn't.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
number
want that
three.
He seems like he
responsibility.
just cares about the fame, but really
Yeah.
he knows that he's a better number 2.
Yeah,
His best genist is number 2.
But he got voted. Didn't he get voted above him
because
he's
he's been
hurt right now?
He's been hurt though. Yeah. I
He
don't
hasn't
know.
been hurt. Oh yeah, he got hurt by.
He got hurt a long
One
time
for All.
ago. Yeah,
Or All
in
for
that
One.
fight.
He comes back, but yeah.
The best genius.
Best opening sequence. You would never guess this. Wild Side by Beast in the show Beastars.
I've watched
Is
Beastars.
that a Netflix original?
It's
Yeah.
Netflix. I've watched it.
And they show a little clip of it. It looks like a claymation.
Yeah, it's. Is it CGI? A lot of it's CGI.
Well, most
animated
of the
looking shit.
anime is CGI in that show. And it's better. It's not bad. You get used to it pretty quick. But it's about a wolf who falls in love with a bunny.
Yeah, and you can tell by the opening.
Yeah.
So it's like that Disney movie with the fox and the rabbit. The rabbit's like a cop.
Oh, Zootopia.
Zootopia.
But they don't fall in love. They just become
Basically.
partners.
Well, they haven't said it, but it could. I don't know.
No, they don't fall in love. They just respect each other because
But
they're
they're
different
gonna
animals.
eventually. It's insinuated.
And the last one, best ending sequence. What do you think it is, Colton? Well, wait, you've seen the list.
Yeah, but
Brennan.
I can't
Is
remember.
it Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah.
Was it able to get it?
Lost in
let's start. They
Paradise.
fucking. They have
Better
a new
be.
opening and ending for
I know.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's not as
They're
good.
both not as good to me.
But they're like, I think that the end sequence is supposed to be like Itadori filming on his iPhone.
It is.
His friends.
Yeah, it's just
So,
not as
I don't
good.
mind it. I like the new opening for the Jujutsu Kaisen.
I do too.
I like the first one. The first one was slapped. I
Yeah, you
listened
can't
to it
beat
at the
Lost
gym.
in Paradise though.
Yeah, that was. They're never gonna be able to top that.
Yeah.
Well, they may be, but
My daughter
Got it.
loves when I put Lost in Paradise on. If I turn it on my phone, she immediately starts smiling and dancing up and down. She's just like
It's a good
bounces
song.
up and down. So that's when you know it's good. She doesn't even understand the song, and it's just got a good beat. So those are the Crunchyroll Anime Awards for the year of 2020. You can check out the list. I just pulled it off of Polygon.com. But this leads us into part 1 of our episode. We are going to talk about the final season of Attack on Titan. And to start there, we've got to talk about the opening song, opening sequence, and ending sequence, and significance predictions based on those. So, let's talk about the opening sequence.
I don't really have many predictions based off of it. Just
What do you think? What do you think of the song?
I used to fucking hate it. Like the first like 5 to 7 episodes, I was like, this is like the worst. And I'd see people on YouTube being like saying it's the greatest anime opening of all time. I feel like it's literally the worst one they've had. But then I think after they destroyed Marley, like that, like the declaration of war, for whatever reason, I don't know if I thought it was more fitting, but now it's a bop for sure. Not that I ever skipped it anyways. It just wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah. I mean, because you remember in the past seasons, the Attack on Titans had some of the best opening songs.
Because on it's almost like I don't know, you can't really hear any words hardly. You can kind of hear people yelling.
You can just hear them saying "war" at the end.
Yeah, like
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
yeah. I just know I know like how it goes, but I don't know the sounds of any types of words they say.
But yeah,
So yeah, I want to talk about opening sequences. They're supposed to be setting the tone for what to expect, and clearly they're wanting us to expect explosions, devastation, titans,
Gray faced soldiers.
stones. Like there's birds falling from the sky, titans falling from the sky. We got a
already saw
shot of a
that happen,
pile
probably.
of. Oh yeah, I think that we saw that in the first
Yeah.
episode. But the very end is what I want to talk about. So we have a hill or a mountain. They almost look like a wave. They're forming a wave of titans. And in this wave, if you look close, you can see 3 titans at the top. You can see Eren Yeager as the attack titan. You can see the Warhammer titan. And you can see the jaw titan. Or not the jaw titan. The armored
Armor.
titan pretty easily. But I started pausing it every time I watched an episode. And you can also see the beast titan. You can also see the colossal titan. And I'm talking about all their faces. You can also see the jaw titan. And then I think you
And
can
they-
also see the female titan on the back of the armored titan. Just
So
the
they
face.
all in different places, like
They're all in different places, then they're hidden.
But
it's just
the
their
titans
faces.
that are on Paradise's side are together, and then the other ones are like beneath them.
Here, I'll show you a picture of it.
Like
It's pretty freaking, it's weird to look at. So here's the picture. Here is the colossal titan. Right here, laying down, is the jaw titan, and he's missing his arms and
so
legs.
they're kind of like standing on top of them in a pile.
And there's
of
the
like
beast titan.
Titan vomit.
I think that this might be the cart titan. See the long face there?
yeah.
I think hidden in here are all 9 titans.
Yeah.
I can't find the founding titan because obviously I don't know what it looks like. And the cart titan, I'm not entirely sure.
Which would lead me to believe that they beat those Titans this season, because Aaron's kind of standing on top of them. But
Yeah.
it kind of looks. It reminds me of the Titan
look at
throw
that.
up that they get encased in.
Or just like the wall, like the hardened
Yeah.
colossal titans that make up the wall.
Which reminds me of the season 3 opening when Erwin died. You kind of knew he was going to die that season because it kept showing him in the opening real quickly, and all the people behind him were the scouts from all the previous seasons that had died. So it was like foreshadowing that he would join them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. So I like the opening sequence, but I agree with you, Brennan. At first, I
good
did not
now.
like it because
Yeah.
it's so intense. But then after you watch a couple episodes, you realize, wow, this is a very fitting opening sequence to the show.
Yeah, they could play it in the clubs.
It would get- and maybe a mosh pit. Ending song. I know that you guys couldn't remember it last time we recorded,
No.
but I think that the significance about this is they're focusing on Falco for the most part, and then they give us one little glimpse of Gabby, because I think Gabby is his motivation for a lot of the things
Is
he's
it
doing.
Falco laying down and he's looking at a
No,
bird?
he's standing. It's like a side profile of him with like a bird flying around him.
That's foreshadowing because I already know what that means.
Yeah. And then he's standing in front, and then a tree, it looks like a tree lights up behind him and it spiders out.
Well, we also talked about how him and Aaron are probably connected because he woke up episode 1 where he was having the
Yeah.
dream where he was like,
He was laying in the middle of the
Yeah.
warfare.
Yeah,
I've
and-
seen some theories on this
and
too.
he was like, I was just zipping around fighting Titans.
yeah, it was a
And
guy
then-
who had a TikTok and he showed, what if this is somehow Aaron's dreaming all this? Because it showed Falco doing it and then Aaron doing
And then
it.
Aaron wakes up by the tree in
Right.
season 1. Mikasa wakes him up and he's like, where am I?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of theories.
I know. So Colton, the manga is not completed yet, and the show is basically caught up with the manga.
Well,
That's
there's only
unique
2
for an
more
anime,
chapters.
right?
Well, I'm sure they do the manga because that's shit's weekly, right? It's a weekly manga.
I think it's monthly.
Oh, okay.
Attack on Titan's monthly. It's gonna stop in April,
Oh,
and
it's a
the
monthly
anime should
manga.
be done right around then too. But
Well-
I've also read now that there may be a season 2 or final season part 2, and there may be a movie. I
Well, it's
just read
nice
it
because
yesterday.
I love it because there are almost zero manga spoilers out there. Like the people that usually read ahead in the manga, they can't spoil the end of the show yet. Nobody
they
knows
don't
what the
know
hell's
either,
going
yeah.
on, which makes it fun to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the end song significance is that Falco's going to be important, and if you didn't pick that up from the end song, you pick it up by literally the very first episode of the final season being Falco staring up at the sky.
He's been more involved than any of the other young characters too. Like he was the one talking to Eren. Him and
Mhm.
Reiner kind of have that. He looks like Reiner to me, but they
Yeah.
kind of have that bond too. Like Reiner thinks he should be the Titan. I don't know. They've built him up to be like a more significant character.
Yep, I agree.
Yo, Gabby though.
What do you guys think
Fucker.
about the initial introduction of these new 4 warrior kids: Gabby, Udo, Sophia, and Falco?
Well, like you said, Falco. You can tell he's going to be important.
He's just
Gabby,
got an awesome name too.
yeah, Gabby,
mean-
you knew she was too, and the other 2 were just kind of on the side. They talked, but not that
Yeah.
much. So
I
you
mean, we
knew.
get it. Gabby's supposed to be like Eren. Like she's like, actually, she's talented though. But she's like the go-getter. Like she's like wanted to go out there and
She's
throw
like
her
a mix
bundle of
between Eren
grenades.
and
Mikasa.
and
'Cause she's
Mikasa.
actually
Yeah.
talented.
and then Falco is like Armin. He's woke.
Yeah,
He
I
gets
don't know
it.
if he's that smart, but
I think
he ain't a coward either.
he's empathetic. He understands.
Yeah, he's only 12 years old.
But Falco's cool. I just even though Gabby like did the thing like threw the grenades under the train. I don't know. I thought she should have just got sniped right there, and that'd be the end.
She
of
was
her.
about to, but the Jaw Titan jumped in front and blocked it with his.
No, she just fell down right at the perfect time, and then they made them hesitate.
Oh yeah,
She was
that
like
guy was
walking
about to
out,
shoot
and
her,
then
yeah.
like right when they.
But then whenever Falco goes out and saves her, and they're running
Yeah, yeah,
back, they
he
were
does.
trying to gun her down. Okay, let's. There's a lot to talk about this season, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the most recent episode, and we're recording on a Sunday, and so the most recent episode that's released right now is episode 69, A Sound Argument. So let's talk about that episode, and then we'll jump around and talk about significance because a new episode drops today on Crunchyroll at 2:30 our time Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, just around there.
So
So-
that one to me is like, it's another flashback, which. It's good storytelling, but sometimes I wish they'd tell it because the whole season's been jump forward, jump back here. But you just got to get used to it, I guess.
Yeah, thank goodness they
leaves
changed.
questions.
It's a good thing they gave everybody different haircuts because it's the only thing telling us where we are in this
Yeah.
time.
And then Aaron's personality.
You can tell, yeah, he's totally different from when the flashback and then now.
Well, you can see that they're trying to make these negotiations, and there's never like a good one that benefits them in the way they want. So I think it's shown that they've tried to go about this another way besides war, but they haven't been able to come to a resolution. And
Yeah,
then I think that's why we see Aaron how he is now. I think he's
decided
made the choice that
yeah.
I'm not only
he's
going
got
to
to shoulder some sort of burden.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here for 5 more years. Like I'm gonna make the world I want for my friends.
Mhm.
Because we saw in the recent episode, he says they're all precious to him in the wagon.
But that was 3 years
That
ago.
was 3 years ago.
I know, and
The laws changed 3 years from then.
That's
But
what
yeah,
I'm saying. I think, and maybe he was laughing when Sasha died because he.
but he
decided,
wasn't. I went back and
Was he?
watched.
He was like
The first thing he said, he laughed because he thought about the meat thing, and then it immediately turned to
you're
anger, and then it turned into hatred.
I thought
He goes, and then it immediately turned into he was pissed off.
Yeah, I took it as maybe he laughed because he did all this for them, and then like it already didn't pay off because she got killed.
No, he
And what he
laughs
was
for
doing.
2 seconds maybe before
Yeah,
he
he kinda
realizes
smirked.
he's in that. I saw humanity left in Aaron. Like I saw that there was still hope for him yet. He still cares about his friends.
Well, at that point, it's pretty weird too because we know he has the founding Titan, his Titan, and then he just ate the Warhammer. So I don't know how quick those memories get into you. But that's a lot of fucking history and a lot of knowledge that other people don't have.
Yeah,
So I don't know if he already knew something there because I'm sure that changed him too.
that's true. That's a good point.
But we know he's still good because he stays in the cell. Like he tells Hanj, like,
He could break out.
Okay,
can't
so
hold
yeah,
me.
let's talk about this.
Yeah.
So The episode starts off with Hanj catching Eren say, "Fight, fight," in the mirror. And she's giving him a lot of shit about this. She's like, "Why are you saying fight, fight in the mirror? I've never talked to myself in the mirror before. What are you fighting?" And she's complimenting his hair. It looks like you're grungy, but you work hard. And
they're back in a man bun.
this is when he says, like, to Hanj, "I could get out of here anytime I want," because he brings up the Warhammer Titan. "I can dig underground as far as I want to. There's nothing you can do to hold
Can't
me."
hold me or Zeke.
Yeah.
You think you can.
And doesn't he say to her, like, "What is your plan? What do you have up your sleeve?"
He's like, and that's why I think that he's like, this is my plan. Like,
he's taking things into his own.
Because you see in the flashback
hands.
episode that he is more willing. Like, he didn't want to say anything about Historia. He didn't want to resort to that plan of using her as like cattle to make babies.
Because
I think
he
wanted
has
to protect
feelings
her.
for Historia.
Well, okay, so before we get to that,
Who's that farmer that got to pound her?
They
too?
haven't even.
I know he went to Pound Town.
They haven't
man.
even showed us in the manga. Who
And
it
she
is.
approached him, so he must have some
Yeah,
some
they
good
haven't-
looks about him.
There's theories out there about that too, but they haven't showed who the farmer is either in the manga, so everybody's still wondering who it really is.
Okay, well, Han says to Eren, at this point, we don't even know anything about Historia that's going on yet. She says, "I honestly believe that you would never sacrifice Historia." And at this point, we didn't get all the flashbacks and we didn't know. So now I'm thinking as a viewer, what the heck did he do here? Is Historia dead? And then we go back 2 years. So the rest of the episode is pretty much 2 years ago, outside of whenever Armin's talking to Annie in the present. So we go back 2 years, and they have completed the port for Paradise to like accept trading with the nation of Hizuru, which is their sole friendly nation, led by Kiyomi Azumabito.
Which they just want to be friends because there's profiting for them. They're
Yep.
money mongers.
They want that stuff called Ice Burst Stone that powers the ODM gear, and Zeke is the reason for this. He's the one he gave that Kiyomi lady some ODM gear and said that the resource that powers is called Ice Burst Stone, and it's a unique underground resource mined only in Paradise. And that makes me... So, was that Ice Burst Stone? Remember whenever they went underground?
Yeah.
Is that what it
I'm
is?
pretty sure that's what it is, yeah.
Pretty sweet stuff. So they got a ton of it.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it basically what Aaron does when he hardens too? Isn't that what that shit is?
It looks like it.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
But
pretty
I just
similar.
assumed it was all the same stuff, or what Annie's into.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know how
they
they
could
break
use
it
if they
and
tried,
make it
yeah.
into fuel.
So Mikasa shows that she's got the same symbol as the Hizuru nations.
The one her
As
mom
viewers,
gave her.
had we ever seen that before?
She always kept the thing on her hand.
Yeah,
I didn't
never-
even.
I never
ever
noticed
think
she even
anything of
covered
the
it.
wristband either.
And so she's related. She's the lost descendant of the Hizuru nation's leader. So she's the hope. I think Azumabito calls her the hope of their nation. And it seems pretty insignificant at this point. Like, I don't know how that's going to come into play.
Well, they would just want to use her. She'd just be a catalyst.
But like, yeah, 5
Basically.
minutes later, Mikasa realizes that she's just pretext. Like, they're just wanting the resources because, as we mentioned, they're money grubbers. Which is
And
what...
they're also putting some pretty big things. Like, they're the ones who are like, give the rules on the Titans, how they have to be passed down, and how the royal bloodline has to like keep having kids, and they're going to keep passing it down that way.
Well, that was Zeke's. So Zeke gave. So it's pretty complex because Zeke gave Paradise 2 conditions that have to be met for his thing to work. Which the first one was royal blood being passed down, the founding titan being passed down to royal blood, and the beast titan being passed down to royal blood, and the founding titan in his. He needs the founding titan basically, and then he gives the Hizurus 3 conditions that have to be met, which is the first is he needs to test the rumbling. He wants to release a sample of its power to show the world its devastation. Next is he needs the Hizurus' cooperation because he needs their military to be strengthened until the rumbling isn't necessary. And thirdly, he tells her that he needs the founding titan and a titan with royal blood to be passed down. And so this is whenever the lady Hizuru, she tells the Paradise people that Zeke will pass down the Beast Titan to someone with royal blood, which obviously has to be Historia, and that they have to have as many kids as possible within their 13-year term as the Beast Titan. And this pisses off Eren.
Because then they're like cattle, and that's what he's always hated, like living in the walls, and it's no different to him
Yeah.
at this time.
I don't
'Cause we see
understand.
he
I
kinda
don't
has a
understand
change
why
of
this
heart.
upsets him so much, though.
Then they're just
To be
being made
honest.
to breed to become Titan.
But isn't their whole goal is to be able to, like, if she is the Beast Titan and now she has the ability to use the Rumble, now they really are safe. Like at any point she could
Yeah.
just release this thing.
But they're not free.
They are free.
Kind of.
I don't know. I don't see what the problem is. Either way, Historia agrees to become the Beast Titan, which I am pumped. If this happens, I'm pumped to see the Beast Titan in somebody else.
They better hurry because Zeke's only got a year and she's pregnant.
Yeah. But Eren disagreed with the whole plan on using the rumbling, and so we go back to a flash of Eren at the shooting range with Armin and Mikasa, and they're talking about how they don't want to do this plan. And Armin's like, why can't we just talk? Like, does it have to be war? Do we have to use the rumbling? And this is when you see a little light bulb go off in Eren's head, and he said, you're right, we need more time, and to have more time, we need to keep them at bay. And so that made me realize, okay, so he blew up their entire fleet, took the Warhammer Titan, devastated their nation's leader and military to buy them more time, I guess. Right? Even though they declared war and he massacred all of the Eldians, what he did technically does buy them more time.
Yeah.
I think
He took out their whole point.
Yeah, I don't know if he was going. I think he's kind of on board maybe a little bit with Zeke's original plan. Like, I don't know.
There's no way he trusts Zeke.
He's definitely come to terms with I have 5 years left, or is it less than 5 years, and that he's gonna do what he can in that time frame to set them up, his friends, the best way he can. What exactly he wants to do, I'm not sure yet. I just know he's taking on the burden himself, is how I feel.
Yeah.
That he's gonna give up. And Armin used to say in the other seasons, like, to win we have to give up our humanity. Like, he'd been saying that since early on. And then, like, that's why I'm always like, dude, you're the one. Like, when he's not wanting to crush people in the Colossal Titan, I'm like, you always said way back in the day, to win, we'll have to give up something. And he'd be like, I think Eren can do it.
Yeah. So we find out Historia is pregnant because some of the Paradise leaders are talking about it.
Yeah,
and they're not happy about it because now she can't inherit the Beast Titan while she's pregnant because it could kill the baby.
Maybe that's what he meant by buying time. Someone else's baby.
I don't know. I feel like
because they still haven't revealed who the farmer is. Some people say it could be Eren's baby.
But he wasn't a farmer, was he?
No.
He was a
Could
doctor's
just
son.
because no one knows who it is.
Yeah,
so.
nobody. They haven't even revealed the farmer.
Oh, so that could just be the story.
She could just be
Maybe.
wearing a fake baby thing, too.
I think it's Armin's
Probably.
kid.
No.
Armin's supposed to get with Annie.
Yeah, Armin has another girl.
Oh, jeez. So we don't know who the father of Historia's child is. So now we go to a scene of Connie. Mikasa's basically trying to defend against Jean, Connie, and Armin.
Well, Armin's
on her side.
Let us two just go talk to him.
Yeah. Connie, he isn't mean, and he's understanding. He just wants to know, why did he laugh? What was so funny about Sasha dying? And they're basically speechless.
Well, it's because, Connie, Jean, and Sasha, they were all like those three, and then Armin, Mikasa, and Eren, they all had their groups.
And this scene comes after the scene where he
Yeah.
says that you guys are precious to me. Like where he says that
Yeah.
to him in the wagon. So they try to pull that, but that's, at this point 3 years ago now
'cause
too.
Mikasa
So
says he cares for all of us, but Connie's probably still torn that Sasha died.
And they blame Eren because he was the one who drugged them out there, sending the letter saying he's
rightfully
going to
so.
attack
If
with or
you're-
without him.
if you're in your right mind, you should be a little bit suspicious of Eren right now too.
Right.
I mean, maybe not fully against him, but he's definitely someone to watch. And I mean, that's why they got him in a jail cell. That don't do shit, but
Yeah.
at least they do.
I mean, he's abiding. What did you guys think about? They showed at the table where all the Paradise leaders are talking. This Greece guy is going to fetch more wine, and they show us Nicola, who was the chef for Sasha, a really nice guy, and he says this is the one, but in an ominous way. And then at the end, we see.
That was the end of the episode, wasn't it?
Well, no, the end of the
show.
episode was the scouts were drinking wine, guarding Zeke, and Zeke is reading a book by the fire, while Levi is the only one not drinking wine, watching Zeke. And then Zeke says again, "Would you stop glaring at me?" Stop. And then on the plane, he's like, "Will you stop glaring at me? What if I piss my pants?"
Have you ever seen the way Levi holds all his cups when he drinks?
No.
He
Over the
holds
top,
everything
yeah.
like this over the top.
Oh,
Everything
so that
if you
people.
ever see him drinking, he holds it over the top.
I mean, if Levi is pretty much the only person I believe is safe from dying in the show, and I don't understand why they
I could
didn't
see
make
them
him the
killing him
commander.
at the end somehow, just because. I hope they don't, but I could see it, just for dramatic
I
effect.
thought it was foreshadowing that Connie thought that Jean should pursue to become a regiment leader, and not take on the attack
Yeah,
Titan.
I think John would be good as a regiment leader.
yeah.
Who do you think would be the best to take on the attack Titan from Eren when he does have to pass it down?
I think it would have Sasha probably. To
You
me.
think Sasha?
She
She is stupid though.
just so is Connie.
He's a little smarter than her.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he said that they were pretty intense about.
If they
He
wanted-
was like, huh? He was like, wait, you're saying it shouldn't go to an idiot, but you're more dumb than I am. And she's
Yeah.
like, huh? And then he's like,
If
huh?
Armin wasn't
She
there
just-
leading it, it'd be Jean to take over.
Sasha just has balls. Like whenever she faced that Titan with her bow way back in season 1
Yeah.
or 2,
It'd
maybe.
be between Connie and Sasha.
I think,
sure.
yeah. I think it has to go to Connie. With
Or just a
Sasha
rando.
dead.
I guess they could give it to a rando. There's probably other scouts and shit.
But I wonder if they give the attack Titan to Sasha, would it become like a female Titan? Or would it still just be the attack Titan, but a female version?
Yeah. So they put Zeke in that forest in case he does go beast mode.
Yeah, and they can kill him.
The rock throwing, they can hide behind trees.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, they can
And
kill
use
him.
their ODM.
So
Right.
that was a good plan by Zeke,
By Zeke or by.
I mean,
by Levi. And I love the line. What episode was it? Whenever Levi says, those guys come up in the boat and he says, "Welcome to paradise. Welcome to filthy paradise full of filthy devils." He says, "I hope you like drinking pig piss."
You gotta love Levi and his humor. 'Cause he don't give two shits.
He does not. All right, let's talk about. I want to ask you guys, in your opinion, what is the worst Titan? Because we've seen all of them except for the founding Titan now, with the introduction of the Warhammer.
Definitely the Cart Titan.
Yeah.
I mean, like the worst in what way?
Okay, outside of the Cart Titan.
If I had to get rid of a Titan,
Yeah.
I would get rid of. Shit, maybe the attack Titan or maybe Annie's. If I was building a team, 'cause
I would say
I'd want
Annie's,
the armored,
because
I'd want
the female
colossal,
Titan is just like the attack Titan, but it's a female.
and you'd want the Cart Titan if you were gonna have the cohesive unit. I feel like if you were
Yeah.
building a team of Titans, like you'd want that. But
I agree. I think the female Titan or the attack Titan, they're interchangeable. But I see why the purpose of having the female Titan, because the Warhammer Titan, if you remember, was controlled by Laura Tiber, Willie Tiber's sister. But when it was manifested, it was
as a dude,
it was a guy.
Right.
It had
that's
pecs.
why I'm pretty sure the female Titan could be a guy, and they would just look like
It would
that.
still look like a girl. Yeah, I think you're right.
Even Reiner.
But it changes depending on who the person. Not every Titan's the same. Like
The
from
female
when,
Titan's got that peach.
when
though.
Armin took the Colossal from Berthold.
What?
It's
The
different.
female
looking.
Titan's got that peach though.
That ass.
Yeah. In season 1, Reiner says that's the Titan with the nice ass. Whenever they're tracking her.
And he knows it's Annie.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I guess if it wasn't the Cart Titan, it'd probably be, the female Titan.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be the Cart Titan if I had to pick a Titan.
If you had to pick a
Right.
Titan to be, which one would
probably
you
the
be?
armored Titan.
The armored?
Yeah, so I could cram. He's like a football player.
I'd probably be the Warhammer.
He's explosive.
I think I would prefer to be the Jaw. The Jaw seems like the most deadly because it's smallest.
He couldn't.
It's
The armored
versatile.
Titan could beat the Jaw Titan though and fuck him up.
No, the Jaw Titan bit through the crystal that Laura Tiber.
Yeah, I think the
The Jaw Titan can bite through anything.
Yeah, it's all right. I'd rather be more protected.
I don't know, but the Jaw is getting the Titan killer cannons were blowing off Reiner's arms. Like his armor's only
Yeah.
good against.
the only
Nothing
bad thing
now.
about the Warhammer is that do you have to be like remotely away from the? I'd rather be in the nape because I feel like you can actually move with the Titan.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing to me. But you can manifest different weapons, spikes out of the ground. You have armor on already.
Why do you guys think that the people in the Titans, they like come out of the nape to talk?
Just like in Power Rangers, whenever they take off their helmet to
But
talk.
like, why
or-
not just talk through the Titan? Because they can do it.
Yeah. No, that
Not everyone
They
can.
can't.
Peak can. Peak was talking as
Pete
the.
can, the Warhammer can,
The
Zeke
Beast can.
Yeah.
But Armin never. I'm not saying Armin, but Aaron never does. He always comes out.
Because they want to show this. It's like in the Marvel movies. It's like whenever they all show up at the end of Infinity War, they all like come with their masks off,
Yeah.
so they can talk, and you're paying the actors too. So
I always wondered,
you
like,
don't
when they
show their
come out,
face.
why do they always have to recreate a new one? Why don't they just go back in?
Don't
But-
I
they
think that they can
sometimes?
go. No, they go
Yeah.
back in
I'm
because
pretty sure they go back in sometimes.
I just can't- maybe I haven't
Galliard
thought
comes
about
out to talk to Peak before he attacks
yeah,
Aaron,
and he just goes back,
and then he goes
in.
back in.
I guess it's every time Aaron gets hurt, he just comes
Aaron,
out
He
he
and
even
leaves
came
creates
it.
a
out
new one.
once, dude, ending and went back in.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Okay.
But okay, I want to talk about predictions for how you guys think that this whole show wraps up.
Well, I don't know if my
Well, you go last, Colton, because you
Yeah.
know the most about it right now. So, Brennan, you go first. What is your prediction? How does the show end? Who lives? Who dies? Who tells their story?
I don't want to make any predictions like that. I'll just say my prediction is that Aaron breaks some people's hearts by his decisions, but that's the decision he made, and I hope that it plays out good for them, or they at least see why he did it. I mean, I'm kind of like, I just want to let the show do its thing. I don't think I'm going to be upset with an ending, kind of like with Game of Thrones. Like, I know it had a shitty ending, and I had a lot invested in it, but like, I'd already decided, like, I'm not writing the story. I'm just going to watch the story as they tell it, and that's kind of where I'm at with this show. Like, whatever happens, like, I'm going to accept it as the ending. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be pissed. Because at this point, I don't think there's a happy ending for every character.
Okay, that brings up a point for me that I got to ask you guys about. Hanj Anya Capone, the first black character of Attack on Titan. Hanj is like, hey, why is your skin so dark?
Oh,
And
yeah.
he smiles. He goes, because our creator thought it would be more fun to have a mix of people. And Armin's like, who is our creator? And he says, God.
the one who bestowed these powers.
The one who bestowed the power, created us, created you, because we were wanted. What do you think that has to do? I thought that was interesting that they gave us that. Like, do you think that these Titans were created in a lab, or do you think that they actually are descendants from devils, and this is a spiritual
We'll
thing?
find out. I'm going to tell you right now. You'll find out because, is it the founding, was the first one Ymir, the original?
Yeah,
What's her name?
she was
Ymir
like
was the founding
Yeah.
founding Titan.
I will say she will make an appearance later on. So we'll find out what the whole backstory is and how the Titan powers came along. So
Okay.
no spoilers.
I thought it
but-
was interesting because he said, and you were wanted just like us. You were created because you were wanted.
Yeah.
And shouts to the first black character of Attack on Titan, Anya Capone. He was driving the
yeah,
airborne
they were all
too.
white over there, like German, I guess, right? And like
I mean, Mikasa was the
Artlet
only
and-
Asian.
Artlet and Jaeger are like German last names, aren't they?
I don't know.
Got me.
Either way,
Maybe not.
I know that Mikasa was
Jaeger's
the only
Japanese
Asian.
too, like a
I thought it was like
Pacific
Jägermeister.
Rim. It's a Jaeger. Like they go in those suits.
Oh.
It could be. I don't know though.
I always remember from Zoids, he had the Zoid, he'd go in and put the thing, he had the Jaeger, Liger Zero Jaeger.
Yeah. See, that seems like a Japanese word to me since I hear it most in Japanese shows.
Well, I think here's my prediction. It's simple. I think that Aaron does end up doing something alone, but he does it for the better of the people, and I think he wants to take away all the Titan powers, but I think he fails at it.
You think he wants to take away, but then wouldn't
I think
that
he
put
wants to-
Paradise at risk?
I think he wants
They
to
need
end all the
protection.
Titans. But no.
But they have no way to, they can't fight against the guns and shit. They're not as updated. Like, they would get annihilated. I think they need all the Titans.
Well, the whole reason Marley fears them is because of the rumbling.
Yeah.
So if the walls come down, rumbling isn't possible anymore.
They'll just be getting revenge at that point.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It's
I don't
hard
know,
to
I just don't want to
predict the
see
end of
him
this.
go. I don't know why I keep comparing it to Game of Thrones. I don't want to see him, spoilers. I don't want to see him go Daenerys and just be like, I'm bad because I'm bad. Like, I don't want to see that for Aaron because that to me wouldn't be a good ending.
Yeah.
So I hope he's like bad in some people's eyes, but we can at least relate to why he's doing what he's doing.
Do you think we can trust Zeke, or do you think he really is just self-serving?
I think he's. I
you
think
think
we
he
can
wants
trust
to-
him, but I think Aaron's got his own plan that's not going with Zeke anyway. So
Do you think we can trust Zeke?
Yeah, I think he's gonna get double whatever, played by Aaron somehow. Like he thinks maybe Aaron's working with him, but Aaron's got his own plan. Is my prediction.
I just wonder what he's trying to do with only a year left. I think he wants to release the rumbling. He just wants to see it, I think, before he dies.
Maybe. I mean, I think they all have their own motives that are underlying.
Well, we'll find out. We got a new episode dropping soon. Any other thoughts on Attack on Titan, the final season?
Just
I
sucks
mean-
that the episode comes out today. And now,
Yeah, I gotta
when
wait
y'all
till
listen to this,
next
we'll be
week.
an episode behind.
Yeah, I know. I've thought about if we need to change what day we record so we can be recording after the newest episode drops. But
Well, I'm
I
going
like-
to Colorado, so we're going to have to record
You going
this week
again?
again. I didn't go. I had to miss it because of the snowstorm.
Oh, I
shoot.
didn't know that.
All right, well, all right. We ready to transition into some Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm caught up. I don't know why I was watching it. I watched a lot of episodes at a time because I'm not really watching it week to week. But as I was watching it, I just kind of was starting to feel like this is all just too familiar. Everything like the
Yeah.
school contest, the fighting, and then
Orochimaru coming in during the tuning exams.
everything just felt too familiar. But once they broke in and they started fighting again, like once they start fighting, I forget all that. And I'm like, okay, it's pretty good.
And
The storyline's just super. It's just everything we know
It is
from
familiar.
all the shonen.
Yeah. And back Attack on Titan real quick. I won't give my opinion because I kind of know what happens. I read part of the manga, but I don't read every single chapter, so I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. So
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
Thank you. All right, so the latest episode released a couple days ago, Friday, for Jujutsu Kaisen, titled Black Flash. And there's a veil over the school where they're taking this. They're basically competing, and the veil, its only purpose is to keep Gojo Sotaro out.
Is that what makes it? I don't really.
That's
know
what makes
much
it so
about-
powerful.
It's a
Yeah, 'cause
specific
it's
veil,
one
yeah.
specific person. That's
Because
what I
he
was
goes up
thinking.
to it and he's like, "Oh, let me just break this down real quick," but
Yeah.
he couldn't because all of its power is focused into just keeping him out. It
Anybody
doesn't-
else can enter or leave.
in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except him.
Yep, it doesn't block any cell phone signals, nothing. But man, I love this show, and I can't tell whenever it's CGI and when it's.
And Mappa's good at
Animation?
it. That's why they're doing Attack on Titan too.
But Attack on Titan, you're right. You can tell when
Attack
the
on
Titans
Titan,
are.
We never talked about it, but just some of the characters just moving in regular action and
Yeah.
looks fucking janky as hell.
It does.
Yeah,
The Titan
it's-
fights.
You can definitely tell the Titan fights
Shoot,
are a
I'm
lot
talking
slower
like just
than
they're
the first
standing
3
in the town
seasons.
talking to Reiner, like the 4 kids, and they're like moving, like trudging around all weird.
I know.
I don't know.
Well, they're the only one who can handle the workload.
But I don't see that with Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well,
I
it's probably
never-
because they're rushing
Yeah,
Attack
they're
on
trying to
Titan
push out
because
the
of how
season.
close they are to the manga.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
did somebody in one of the episodes did like a big water attack. You know what I'm talking about, where water broke through that house? Was that
In
it was Fugishiro. He did it with his elephant
oh yeah,
and like shot water. Like
yeah.
I thought the water animation didn't look that good, but it's because I'm comparing it to freaking Demon Slayer's
Yeah.
water breathing technique.
Yeah.
That shit's just like
Megame.
freaking clean.
yep. You're
So
right.
they do sacrifice. I mean, it's very stylized too, so it looks good. That's my standard for Japanese water animation. Demon
Mhm.
Slayer, water breathing technique.
So, what is the name of the villain that interrupts this school thing? Did they give us his name? It's a girl.
The wood guy.
It's a wood girl. She
Girl,
like can
yeah.
create earth
The wood
things.
curse.
She's like the earth curse. And it starts off, and our boy with the speech, his name is Inumaki, and
Maki-san.
Megumi, and then somebody from the other school.
Who's like a head of a clan.
His name is his name is Kamo. They are running away from this thing, and they're only buying time with
It's Hanami is the wood curse spirit.
Hanami. Okay, so they're having the curse speech guy say stop, and it's taking everything he can to do
Yeah.
this, while the Kamo, the blood curse guy, is hitting it.
And it's only giving them a few seconds too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's stopping. He's stopping for like maybe like a 3 to 5 Mississippi count, and then he's back.
Yeah, they
And he
basically are only
thinks-
able to do it twice too.
Yeah, and he thinks we'll do this until we get out. Like he didn't know it was taxing the guy with
Inumaki.
Inumaki so much. Like he was like, okay, we can keep doing this until we get out of the barrier.
That dude's curse power, Inumaki's the speech curse, is freaking legit.
It's OP as shit,
It's
but
good,
it's just
but-
because he's going against this guy.
The
that-
stronger the character he's fighting, the more
Yeah.
it takes on him.
Yeah. He says blast away and sends him flying, but it does almost no damage.
I was thinking like he says blast away, and then he falls down. And they sit there. I'm like, why didn't they just pick him up and run? They could have made some ground. Like they just wasted time. But I mean, it's anime, so
Yep. So we also learn in this episode that Megumi, when he loses one of his 10 Shikagamis, he cannot recreate them, but their skills and powers are passed down to the next. So he has a new wolf now, and it's got like,
like a
hand
werewolf.
human
Yeah.
claws. Yeah,
Yeah.
werewolf.
Does he still have that black wolf? Or
He still has the black
I
one.
didn't know if it combined because this one's black and white.
Yeah, I thought it looked like he combined it
Because
with
he used
one of
the
his
black
birds.
one after the white one died, remember?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
So he
he was
still
using
has
it
the
this
black one.
episode too because it
Yeah.
was with the speak guy.
So Megumi and Maki, they are fighting this guy for as long as they can. Maki, she's one of the Zenin from the Zenin tribe. She's pretty powerful, and she's got some of those nunchucks. And she's doing work on this guy for a little
You
bit.
mean the triple staff?
Yeah, the triple staff.
Yeah.
That was pretty legit. And her power is basically that she can use weapons. She can't
doesn't
even
have
see curses.
any cursed energy. She's just like the
She
might
uses
guy.
cursed weapons.
Yeah, she just uses. Or her sister said like since she wasn't blessed with that, she was blessed with like incredible superhuman strength.
You're right. She is like the might guy of the show. But basically,
How does she see the cursed spirits?
her glasses.
Oh, okay. Because I
Yeah.
was like, hey, how's she even fighting this? Because when they're kids, she like, well, just if you can't see it, it's like it's not there.
Yep. So she's about to get killed by Hanami. Megumi can't use his curse because he's rooted with these things that are going to eat away at him if he uses cursed energy. And Maki Zenin says, it's okay, our job is done. And Itadori, Yuji Itadori, and Todo crash
I thought
in.
it was gonna be the teachers crashing in. I didn't know they're like our job's done. And it was gonna be
It's
them.
insinuating that Todo is like is stronger than their principal and everything. Like he's
strong, and you can even see that when the cursed energy Hanami says like he's strong, but she says I'm stronger.
well, she says based on his spiritual
Energy.
Yeah.
But
His
he
cursed
may
energy.
be suppressing it.
He's got a
a
presence.
technique.
About him, though.
Yeah, we don't know what his technique is yet either.
He can clap and he transports. He already showed it to
Oh,
Yuji.
well,
Yuji.
either way, he tells Yuji Itadori. Well, there was a moment between Megumi and Yuji where they're wanting to stay and help, and Itadori looks back at Megumi and says, "You guys get out of here." And it flashes back to when he did that to him whenever they were in the last veil, and he thought he got killed.
he did get killed.
And then Todo said something, or Maki, one of the two, said, "You can't touch them once they start flying." What did he say? They basically acknowledged that he's on another level than them right now.
Which I don't get how he is. Like his progression happened
Quick.
I mean, I know he learned, just how to. Like,
He was
control
training
it.
with Gojo one-on-one, though, also.
Yeah. I just feel like
Yeah, I know.
mean,
We haven't seen enough.
it's already came up that Megumi, he's the character that's gonna get fucked up in every fight.
But he's
like-
also the one that Sukuno acknowledged.
Yeah, he's strong as shit, but it's like
he hasn't figured out his true power.
he hasn't
Right.
he hasn't won a fight yet. Even the first episode, I mean, he beat the first one, but then when that thing went crazy, he got fucked up. And Yuji,
Itadori had to save him.
Sukuna, so he's yet to win a fight.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the running.
I've
theme.
watched a YouTube video on rankings
he's
on power
Vegeta.
levels between these guys.
Yeah, he
Vegeta
is.
never wins a fight.
Yeah, Mikame.
Except Majin Buu when he
Megumi's
explodes.
he's like fourth.
And he
ranked.
didn't even kill him.
Oh, shoot, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is like Vegeta.
He's like powerful and like I think people maybe like him more as a character, or he's gonna have his own fan base. But
He's
now,
legit. I love him already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they just like won't let the man win a fight yet. Stays beaten up,
Yeah, he has a bad win-loss ratio.
and he would have lost to that dude he was
Currently.
fighting too. 'Cause
Oh, the
remember
blood
when
guy?
When they were running away, he was like, he can still do all this. 'cause
He wasn't using his full
Yeah,
power
he was like,
against me.
shit.
Yeah, he would have lost.
Well, that dude's a third year, right? Or
Yeah,
is he
he's a
second
third year.
Okay.
Yep. So Ao Todo and Yuji Itadori come in, and Todo says, "I'm not going to help you until you use Black Flash," and we don't know what that is as viewers.
Yeah, it's like he developed it in the time he was fighting Todo.
Yeah, and neither does Hanami. So she's like, "What is Black Flash?" And apparently, it allows them to distort spatial reality for a trillionth of a second. Is what I understood.
Or is it as fast as a trillionth of a second? Like that's why you can't dodge it.
It allowed them to like distort for a trillionth of a second. But
Hmm.
yeah, you can't dodge it because you're distorting
that
reality with cursed energy. So he lands one after Ao Todo slaps the crap out of him a few times, told him not to fight with anger.
Yeah, I gotta concentrate.
And he lands one, and now we get to see the teamwork of Todo and Yuji, and it's legit.
Best friends.
Yeah, they keep
Yeah,
calling each other best
Yuji
friends.
acknowledges finally that they're best friends.
He's a best friendo.
He's
And,
like, I can see why you get emotional. He's like, on the day you just met your best friend. Like,
Yeah.
whenever he's trying to calm him down.
Shoot, I love this Todo character, though. He's legit. So they're fighting this Hanami person, and the Hanami person starts to enjoy the fight, I'm assuming for the first time in its cursed life. because it's thinking back to that their
takes
leader.
off the cover on its left arm.
Yeah,
It's a
reveal.
black arm with a rose.
yeah.
Right.
So the episode ends with it getting serious, enjoying the fight, and Aototo says, "All right, it looks like a time to use my technique." So I was assuming we hadn't seen his technique yet, but he claps and teleports.
That's part of it, yeah. Because he showed it to Itadori, remember?
Yeah.
He
I
went,
don't remember.
And
Well,
he
doesn't
He
seem-
switched places with Itadori. Remember, he was on the train. He clapped, and then he
Oh,
appeared
yeah,
there.
you're
So
right.
it's like Sasuke's thing with the Renegon, where he can switch places with any item.
Kind of.
You know, he
And
like
then,
throws
uh,
a sword or like a
It's
statue.
Seven Deadly Sins, that one guy could do it too. He could switch with any object. Remember?
I've only seen season 1 of 7
You know who
Deadly
I'm talking
Sins.
about? The guy who loved the girl. They were one of
Obito?
The gray-haired
no,
guy,
in Seven Deadly Sins.
and the dude who wears like the cut-off crop top.
No,
Oh,
he loved one of the other 10 Commandments.
the dude
Yeah.
on the pillow kid.
no, he's not one of the sins. He's one of the 10
Ten
Commandments.
He liked the other.
But his
No.
ability is that he can, the other 10 Commandments don't even know he has this power.
Yeah,
That's what makes him so
I know who you're
powerful.
talking about. He liked the girl with the blonde hair.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he can switch with anything, any object. But yeah, it sounds like that's what Aototo's power is as well. So that's where the episode ends.
They did the classic. Oh no, we're caught in air. We can't dodge. They always do that. They're
Oh,
like-
yeah.
they do that in all the animes. They're like,
But every
he's in air,
anime,
he can't dodge.
They always dodge somehow.
I mean, it was unique. I mean, it was cool that they used each other to push off and dodge. But
This show's awesome.
yeah,
It's
once
still
they
so
start
new.
fighting, it's there for me. Like, I get interested.
It's just so new. We still know so little,
Yeah,
and so it makes it difficult to like really dive in and break things down.
I
Because
hope
we're still building the world.
and I hope they branch off and go their own way. Because right now it seems a lot like Naruto, My Hero. Like, it's got a lot of those vibes right now
Yeah.
with the storyline and everything.
Shoot.
Which doesn't mean it can't go its own
I-
direction, because Naruto and Hunter x Hunter basically start off the exact same. The Chunin exams, the Hunter exams, and they both branch off their own way. So I mean, it's got time to do its own thing.
Okay, so I did want to talk about this. In the opening sequence, we get a shot of Gojo Sotaro walking with some flowers.
In
A
the,
bouquet?
like, the opening.
Yeah,
opening?
he's walking with a bouquet of flowers in the rain. You remember that, Colton? Gojo Sotaro, the opening sequence, he's walking with a bouquet of flowers in the
Yeah.
rain. You think he's going to give it with the girl with bangs, the blue hair?
He may.
Because he says
The girl with blue hair.
he
The
a
one she
couple
lost her
episodes he was
sword.
like,
Oh,
"Who's
the
that
one with the
nice girl?"
sword?
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's a student though.
Yeah,
he's-
she's a second year student.
he's only a third year.
Gojo's he's a
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah, but he's not that old.
I thought he was at least like in his 20s.
Let me look.
He's not a student. He is a teacher, I believe.
He's probably like 25 ish.
Yeah, either way, he likes her because he said, "Who's that nice girl?" But I shipped them. I'm calling it because she was nice to him, wanted his autograph.
Not that girl that's mean to him, who wears the white and red.
No, he doesn't like her. What do you think? Who do you think? Nobara, the girl with the knives or the nails. Do you think she's going for
Gojo
Yuji
Sensei
or
is
Megumi?
29. Oh shit. Age 28 in episode 1. He was born December
he's
7th,
28,
1989.
So he's not that much older.
So he's older than me.
He's older than me. And he
He's
said
my,
he's
he's my
28.
age then.
He's younger than you.
He said he was born December 7th, 1989.
Oh, because this.
Oh, yeah, so
so the
he's-
years. So there's probably gonna be a time skip and it becomes current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say. He's
What do
older
you
than
guys
me.
think about Nobara? Do you think she's gonna ship her with Megumi or Yuji? She's the one with the nails in their trio.
Neither.
Neither?
Yeah, I think she's just gonna be part of the crew. I don't think it's
Yeah.
good.
But
to,
she thinks she's hot stuff. Like she always talks about how good looking
She
she
thinks
is.
she's hot stuff, but I don't think she's a girl for either one of them.
Yeah, I don't see that dynamic yet. Like,
Yeah.
and it's probably good to stay away from that.
Yeah.
Like, just let them have their own thing right now. I mean, they can start planting seeds if they want to. If that is going to be.
I mean,
a
they
thing,
may
but
eventually, but
Right now, I haven't seen anything to believe that either of them
Yeah.
are interested or she's interested.
I think her personality is going to have to change if they start to go that route with either one of them.
I mean, I like her how she like says she wanted to become there just so she could move to Tokyo, and like she wanted to get scouted as a model as soon as she got
Yeah.
there.
Yep. All right, so going forward, we'll probably talk about the newest episode of Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen, and just whatever else we want to talk about
You guys
casually.
should watch Your Name before the next episode.
Shoot, I ain't gonna buy it though. I pay for too many streaming
You can
subscriptions
buy
to
it.
be buying
You
stuff.
can find it on YouTube.
Just rent it on.
I mean, not YouTube.
Rent it on Amazon, the Fire Stick or something.
Here, I can show you one way to do it right now.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But you guys should watch it. I'm telling you. I think your wives would like it too. I think it's that. It's not weird enough like Spirited Away or any of those like. And I think it would change their opinion on anime.
Maybe.
Just think about it. I'm telling you. Like,
Already
it's,
found
it's
it right
really
here.
good.
My wife Hillary is not necessarily all in on the anime stuff. Every time I try to watch something with her, she's like, "This is stupid."
I'm telling you, this would change her perspective. There's no reason it would. Like, if it was just, it could be a movie if it was just regular actors.
I already
Yeah.
found it for you.
Live
Find it
action.
on Facebook. You watch right here. That's where I watch half of them for
All right,
free.
All right.
I watched it in the dub, so the only thing about the dub is they
Dub
do the
versions
opening.
on Facebook.
They do
English
the
dub.
opening in the dub too, which is like, I don't know why they do that. Just play the original Japanese version.
So yeah, next week we'll talk more Attack on Titan, more Jujutsu Kaisen, whatever else comes up. If you want us to talk about something specific, hit us up on our Instagram. Send us a direct message, That Anime Podcast. Our email is thatanimepod@gmail.com. And let us know what you guys think of the show. I know we've got people listening in almost every country at this point.
The #1 podcast for anime.
Casual anime
Hey, we're climbing the charts slowly but surely. Again, my name is Jordo.
I'm Brennan.
I'm Colton.
We are the Evans Bros. Thank you for listening. Everybody have a great week and peace out.